necessarily a lot, but they've just been put under pressure. So I think it's about time for us to be put under pressure as well here, Bass. And obviously we've been giving our comments the entire season, and we've been chatting our absolute garbage the entire time as well. So how about we just get interviewed? That feels special. I haven't had that happen before.
Yeah, hello.
Welcome.
Hey, boys. First of all, I'm going to say an amazing match. Absolutely. I've been sitting here screaming in my chair watching this match. Absolutely. I have no words.
Neither. It was my job to have words. It's it was an interesting one.
It really was. So I'm just going to cut to the chase. I'm going to ask you two right away. How has it been to cast for Major these last 9 weeks? How have you felt with all this?
Honestly, pretty much the entire way through, it's been cruising, except for 2 weeks. It was 4 1s, 4 0s. We've just been sitting here pretty much every single week. We knew what was coming in, what was coming at us. So honestly, it's been a lot of fun though.
It really has. It's been a blast the entire way through. I mean, honestly, if you guys haven't seen the clip that we posted last week of Hyferia and I just basically having a pun battle to finish off a match, that's the vibe it's been every single week. This is why it's so fun. When you have a team that is this good, that is this strong in league play, you don't necessarily always need to sweat the small stuff. You can just have fun being able to watch Rocket League. And I think that's probably the best way to sort of summarize this, Hyferia. Just a fun season overall.
That's good. Then now that we're already on the topic with like this clip, because I've seen the clip myself with the puns and everything, and I have to say those are golden puns. I have to admit, those are golden. So are there any standout puns then made by Bads here from the season?
Oh, God.
Oh,
any favorites?
Puns? Well, no favorites. I can tell you that much already.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't like any of them.
Well, 9 weeks. And I forget what I ate 2 minutes ago, so that's a tough one.
You know what? Honestly, I'm going to crown it with that lucky one. You want to know why that's my favorite pun, though, in specific? Because I think it was week 1 or 2. We agreed we were not going to do a lucky pun. We were like, we're not going to do that. We're going to make it through the season. No one makes a pun about Lucky's name. And then I saw the opportunity and went, yeah, this is too good. And I got kicked out of the call for it. Fair enough. But still, worth it.
Absolutely.
100% worth it. I think everybody in chat can also vouch for that. 100% worth it. We all enjoy the clip.
Oh, I appreciate it.
I even had to turn off streamer mode in Discord to kick him out and make it actually audible to the audience.
That was great.
A lot of effort went in.
So speaking of then standout stuff, any standout moments, any matches or anything that you specifically enjoyed?
Off the get-go against Nordavind, that was an absolute ripper of a series. It ended in its high as well, which honestly was the expected result for this match as well. So, I mean, you can add on this one if you want, Bass.
I mean, I would say this one is definitely a pretty big result here, just because of the fact that we secure ourselves #1, so this is definitely a highlight play. The only other highlight one I'm really going to have to mention here, and this might come as a surprise to some people, but it won't come as a surprise to you, Hyferia, beating Rurutie. That's another one here, and, well, it's not necessarily for what most people would think. You know, Rurutie, a mid-pack team here, is because of their broadcaster. Shout out to the guys on the other end of here. We have been talking about this. We got a little bit of a rivalry, let's say, with the broadcasters on that Rurutie squad, so when we got to face up against them and got to be able to take that win, walking away from it with a little bit of a extra win there, you know, felt pretty good.
W was even better.
So then, that brings me to my next question. What do you guys actually think about the lineup that Major has compared to the rest of the playoff chains? How do you guys feel about the lineup? What's your opinion on it?
I think individually speaking, it has the most talent on it. It's just because it's such a refreshing and new squad, it still has a bit of work to do on the teamwork side of things. But I think they did a very good job of showing that they can work as a teamer today.
Oh, yeah, I would agree 100% there. I think that was one of the biggest things we saw develop throughout the season was that, to give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek into the behind the scenes here, we came into the season talking to the guys at Major, basically being like, all right, so, you know, what are the expectations for the team? What are you guys really looking for out of them? And we were all in agreement that, hey, they could be one of the top contenders in the league and could potentially take that #1 spot. So let's shoot for it. Let's see what we can get. when we got about halfway through the season and it kind of just looked like it was guaranteed we were top 3 and that pretty much no one in the middle of the pack could even touch us, it's when it really started to, open my eyes to the reality that, oh, this team is ready. They are ready to take down the big names here, because the reality is, coming into this one, while there definitely are some familiar names on this squad, we were not Nordavind, we were not AW3, we were not the guys who came into this one that, everybody has been like seeing season after season after season after season with these top dogs. The fact that we get here, take this number 1 with this new squad, I've got nothing but compliments for Major. I hope they become a staple here in Telia League and for many seasons to come, because they put a target on their back and they deserve that target. It's an incredible accomplishment to get this number 1 position.
So then, I'm assuming that you guys are really, really satisfied then with the lineup that we have, and then I just have to ask, what are your predictions for the playoffs? What are we hoping for?
No, I mean,
First round.
Can we go any other way than to just say, well, we'll win, because it will be AW3 against Nordavind up first on the other side, and we'll face whoever wins off of that. And being on boot camp, being together, because I think it's a LAN, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's just gonna bring so much team vibes. I think they'll take it.
I'd agree. I really don't see this team not doing well at minimum here. I would say the worst result that we're going to probably see is going to be a second place, because I just don't see it happening. The reality is that I barely see us taking a second place, let alone us being knocked out of this competition, because we've played so strong. The reality is that we did not expect coming into this week for this to be as convincing of a victory as it was. The fact we take a 4-1 over AW3 goes to show you that the tie we took against Nordavind at the start of the season was just that. It was a random one-off tie at the start of the season. I don't think that these teams have had the same amount of progress that we have had. Nordavind are still strong. AW3 are still strong. Belay are still strong. They're all good teams. But I don't think they've seen the same sort of progress that we have had from the beginning of the season to where we are now. We look tenfold better, and I cannot wait to see their results in playoffs.
Then, this is a bit off topic with Rocket League, but I saw somebody in chat earlier, because obviously I'm modding the chat, and I saw somebody say sexy casters. And after saying both are very good looking, so I'm asking for a friend right now. Are you single?
Basses. But yes, your friend will be delighted.
I say friend, but I'm actually asking for the sake of the major staff. Just
he does live all the way in America, though, which might be...
There's the one issue. I do live in the States, about as far away from you guys as possible, but, we'll see. Maybe I'll come out to Norway in the next year or so. Who knows? We'll see what the future holds.
Love has no limits, right?
I'm already third wheeling. Jeez.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I've got a boyfriend. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we're good.
Elba. Setting up for a friend, remember. It's the major staff.
Major staff, yeah.
Exactly.
Aren't they like a board of like 40-year-old dudes?
They're pretty much all guys, yeah. I'm the only female that's working with them, pretty much, so... just asking for a friend. Let's leave it at that.
Moving on.
Yeah. Anyways, another community question then, as people are like wondering, is this is very important. It's very important what you answer to this question, right? Pineapple on pizza or not?
Oh god.
Your pay depends on your answer, by the way. I've been told to tell you that if you answer wrong, you don't get paid.
I'm so scared what the right answer is here at this point. I know my answer. My answer is no. Fun fact about me, I actually am Italian, and people putting pineapple on pizza physically pains me. Every time you do that, I lose about 20 seconds of my overall lifespan. So no pineapple on pizza, please. I'm going to vote no on this one. Hyferia, I already know your answer, and I'm scared.
What do you mean you know my answer? Go on. Do my impersonation of how I answer this.
We've discussed this before. We literally talked about this, and you not only brought up pineapple, you talked about how you put bananas on pizza.
No. I saw somebody put a kiwi on their pizza. That's what I said. Yeah. But no, I'm personally of the opinion, I don't care. Like, I don't personally put it on my pizza. I enjoy other pizzas. But if I'm not gonna care when somebody else puts pineapple on the pizza, because it's not going in my mouth. I hope.
So your answer is you just don't care?
Yeah, no, I just don't care.
Okay, it was a joke, by the way. Your answer is, like, your pay does not depend on the answer.
I was going to ask who actually gets paid for this one.
I already called my lawyer.
Hey, my boys, besides them for Rocket League, what is your favorite video game?
Ooh.
What kind of games are you guys into, you know?
Is it all-time favorite, or is it as of this moment?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Well, let's say recent times then. What have you recently been playing? What have you been into?
Apex Legends. I'm getting into
Apex
that.
Legends.
Yeah.
Apex Legends has taken up pretty much. I mean, like, we've gotten wins together before at this point. Like, Hyferia and I do play a decent amount. Only other game I would shout out is probably Dead by Daylight. If you guys have not been playing Dead by Daylight in the recent updates that they've been putting out, the game has gotten better over time. The queue times are still absolute dog. They're horrible, so unless you've got a decent amount of people to play with, you might have some struggles, but shout out Dead by Daylight, I guess.
Hashtag ad.
Yes. I am not sponsored by them, but I will gladly take it. If someone from Dead by Daylight is watching and wants to sponsor me, I will gladly take your money.
No. Okay, next question.
Got shameless plugins in there.
Come on.
Community would also like to know if you guys have a favorite song. Anything you're listening to at the moment that you're really vibing to.
Favorite song? I feel like I've been into Range Brothers by Baby Keem and Kendrick Lamar. That's a banger.
It is a good song.
Apart from that, I just usually, like, when I add a new song, I listen until it gets old, but by that point, I already have a new song. So...
Yeah, I kind of feel that. I think the only thing I'm really going to shout out, because this has been my favorite album since forever, and it just got remastered and put out on streaming. Shout out to Mac Miller and Faces. Faces is probably my favorite mixtape of all time. I not only have the, I have not only listened to the album more times than I can count. I, like, quite literally had, I think, a phase where I listened to it, like, only for a month. But I also have, I have the vinyl. Check this out.
I've got the Circles vinyl. I'm not going to grab it, because... I might or might not be wearing pants.
I've got it ready.
Oh, look at that. Faces. Ladies and gentlemen.
Dedication.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got it ready. He's been waiting for this. He is the one who sent in this question. I'll tell you that much.
I'm starting to wonder if that is actually the case. Yeah, seeing that he's been pulling it up on stream and everything now.
Yeah,
it's almost as if you did plan it. Yeah.
What did I plan? What?
This question.
I didn't
to show off your new vinyl.
It's not my new vinyl. That's not even the most recent vinyl I it's just like, okay, so I can't
what I was saying.
I have vinyls next to my bed. There's literally, like, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Can
5,
I go back to the first
vinyls.
question and how it's been like? The casting major for this 9 weeks has been tiring with this dude.
Oh my god. All right, I'm gonna side with Hyferia on this one. Next question, so I don't get bullied anymore.
All right, then I'm just gonna wrap it up and ask you guys: is there anything you guys would like to say to the fans watching, or any shout out you guys want to give to anyone?
Go ahead.
I mean, I don't really have a lot of shout outs. Mainly shout out Hyferia, shout out Major team, just for everybody that's been supporting us throughout the season. You guys have been awesome. It's been a blast coming back here every single week. One person I will shout out that is not a part of Major, just because I see him in chat and because he's also just a good dude. Shout out Barist. How you doing today, brother? It's good to see you again. Glad to see that you have come through the chat and said what's up. That's it. I got no other shout outs. Hyferia, you got anybody?
Well, I mean, I'd like to return the favor to you, obviously. Even though, all jokes aside, it's been a blast for these entire 9 weeks. And so everybody watching right now, make sure to check it out, to check out the playoffs. It will be a hype one.
Yeah, I also do have to correct myself. Boris, you'd stop doing so many things, by the way, because now, last time you and I talked, I saw you as the manager of the coach, excuse me, of Asia Manji. Then I get back to here in Major, and you've all of a sudden switched roles and are also a part of here. So you can't live dual lives, my friend. You got to pick one role at some point.
I think he does a good job of both.
I think he does as well. He doesn't actually have to do that.
Well then, boys, I'm not going to take up too much of your time anymore. I'm just going to, on behalf of Major, I'd like to thank you all, like both of you specifically, so much for these 9 weeks with the casting. This has been, I don't really play Rocket League, so for me it's been an absolute blast watching you guys cast and have fun and just do what you guys love doing. So, like I said, on behalf of Major, thank you so much for these 9 weeks. It's been a blast.
Thank you.
Much
Thank you.
appreciated. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure working for you guys as well. And thank you for the interview at the end of the season. We don't always get interviews as casters, and this was actually a lot of fun.
I mean, if you ever want another interview, just hit me up and I'll hook you up. No worries, I got you.
Much appreciated.
Well, I wish you both a very nice evening. And once again, thank you so much.
Enjoy the rest of your night.
Have a good one. Well, do you know, always when people say blast now, I think about your name, but then blast from the past. It's annoying.
That is where the name comes from.
Oh, interesting. Well, talking about a blast from the past. Well, I mean, I just don't care about you enough.
All right, you know what? All right.
I had a smooth transition. I was going to say, talking about a blast from the past. Well, we had somebody on at the start of the show, and I feel like they were mainly personal questions. So, welcome, Stewie. How are you feeling?
I'm good, man. Stewie!
Yeah, Stewie B on air right now.
I've got no words. I couldn't watch the first or the last game. I was on the toilet anxiety. So
yeah. Wait. Let me get this proper. You had anxiety while you were on the toilet, or you've had or you have anxiety when you go to the toilet?
No, I watched the first 30 seconds. We went like 1-0 up or something, and yeah, I was gone. I just couldn't. I couldn't. And then yeah, I had an anxiety situation, and I had to go to the loo. So that didn't go
when
well.
Nature calls. Oh my god.
Yeah. It happens. I have to swap back to us asking the questions now, because I was almost sitting here waiting for the next question to arrive. You got any questions for us, Stewie?
Oh, gee, that's put me on the spot. That's really put me on the spot. You literally just got asked like 10 questions.
I was gonna say, what are you doing to him? What is this?
I don't know. Maybe he had one. Maybe he wants to ask whether he had anxiety as well for this game. Obviously, like.
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, you
no problem.
You took out my mind. I was gonna say that anyway.
Yeah, no, I knew.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah. Did you have anxiety?
Great question. This one kind of comes unexpected, but a bit, I must say, a bit. Especially after we dropped that one game, it felt a lot more tense all of a sudden. You saw AW3 started to pick it up again.
As they said, I don't know if it was true or something, but they had like this problem with the warm-up scrim and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if they scrimmed. Did they? Do you know?
I have no clue.
You're the coach.
No, of AW3.
Oh, okay. I was about to say. I was like, how are we supposed to know that? Isn't that supposed to be your insight? Like, we just scream at a screen. That's all we do. Come on now.
AW3. They after the third game. After that third game, they did pick it up a lot. I'm surprised they actually didn't take the second game. To be honest, we were just very clinical with our chances. We've been working on that, this entire week. Just having opportunity. We know we're not going to get as many opportunities as we would against other teams in the league, but we took our chances well today. That especially the last game and the first game, we took our chances like really, really well. So the fourth game where it went 4-0 and stuff, like yeah, you can be consistent, but like you can't expect to win every game. There's always going to be ups and downs, and that was one of the downs, and we had to pick it up from there and show what we're about again. One last time, one more game, and we did. We showed it.
Did you?
Beyond showed it.
Did you do any kind of motivational speech or anything like that in between time?
No, not in between the game. Not in the game.
Just at the start.
At the start, before they started, I do say my piece, and especially whilst we're scrimming, we're just getting all the chills down, and everyone gets calm, in the zone, and that happens every week. Repetition is always good, and I think the exact same will happen for next week for the LAN. We'll have a consistency of what we're gonna do when we go to Norway and play our best Rocket League.
Are you at the LAN?
Yeah, I'm coming to the LAN.
Like, great stuff. Nice.
I'm coming.
Oh,
I'm coming.
Coach
I'm
at the
coming.
LAN. Getting more permissions than at the RLCS LAN coming up. Let's go. Woo!
Wait, is that still like a thing? Like ROTS is still not. Okay.
You can bring one representative from the team plus any guardians for the player. So if any of the players are under 18, they can bring a guardian as well as one representative of the team.
What, and
Meaning,
ROTS pays? ROTS like pays.
yeah,
for
at
that.
the LAN. So meaning that if you're the coach of the team, you either have to make the choice. It's either the coach goes, the manager goes, or the sub goes. So if you don't bring the sub, you basically need all 3 players to play all 3 days and guarantee they can play every time. So be happy you're able to go to a LAN right now. I'm very jealous.
Yeah, I'm kind of I'm stoked. I'm really looking forward to it. You know, 3 or 4 days with the boys. So
I see a way around this, Bass, and that's just to legally adopt as a coach and as a manager.
I thought you were saying I should adopt Stewie, and I was about to say that's a weird one, man. I don't know about this one.
well,
I would
I'm
think
open. I'm
What?
open.
No,
He's like 4 years older. That's crazy.
dog, I don't need a kid right now. I'm honestly so good. I don't need a kid right now. I'm so okay without one. Stewie, you're a lovely dude. I think you'll be able to get on just fine without me as your adopted father. I'll be honest with you.
Oh jeez, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'll adopt you. Is that good?
That you can't legally do that. That's the point. Here.
Can I
This
not?
this started out as an interview, you know.
I
It
think
is
this was
still
supposed.
an
But
interview.
who? Who's this? You asked.
Yeah.
You made him interview us. Literally, first question. How is
Well-
this an interview?
Well, I turned it around. I've yet to hear any question from you, mate.
Hey, Stewie, I've got a couple of questions for you, real quick. So,
Yeah, bro.
in your opinion, when you do get to LAN, do you see the team performing better or worse than they've been doing online? Because every once in a while, you do see teams who they get into an environment where it's all 3 of them in the same place and they're able to pop off. Other teams sometimes kind of falter. Do you see that being the case here, or do you think that this is just sort of the momentum continuing and once you guys are in person, it's just nonstop?
I've had a chat with them about this, of course. This is one of the main things that I've had to speak about because, you know, it's a much different environment. You've got to deal with the pressure not of yourself and the other team. You've got to deal with the pressure with the people around you. And especially when, you know, you've got your 2 teammates next to you. If you muck up, they are there. You know, they are there. But I think with our team, we're very compact. As seasons went, you know, forward, we've got closer together as friends, not just as players and a coach, shall I say. I think I'm a player, personally. But yeah, no, we're ready for the LAN and we're ready to pop off. So I don't think it will hinder us in any way. I think we'll be on our top game. I think.
That's great to hear. That's great to hear. Before we do head on out, do you have any shout outs that you want to give to the team, to the players, to anybody? Your dad?
Okay, I don't want to answer that question because I'm not going to go there. We're not going to go.
Okay.
We're not going to go there.
Okay, good.
What?
Just
What?
move on. Any other shout outs? I don't know. He wanted you to adopt him, so I just thought I'd be funny, but I feel
Yeah,
like I've gone down a wrong path where the answer is not going to be fun whatsoever. Do you have any
Sure,
shout
the
outs you want
answer
to
will be
give?
fun. I just feel like it'll get blurred by Twitch, and we're probably never allowed to stream on this channel again. So maybe let's let's not.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Okay. So, okay, number 1, Major, of course. The whole organization. I've said this before. My last stream. Appreciation, but they put so much faith into me. They hired me last February for that last season, and we didn't get that top 4. And I said to them, if I get the right players, we will do everything. We'll do it all. And we've done the easiest part, but the hardest part, of course, is the actual 2 games in Oslo. So we're getting there. But if we do it, then you know it's they've put a lot of faith into me. So I'm thankful for that, and they've kept with me all this time. And I promised them that I would do it, or I would do it. So we'll see. I can't really fault anything about Major. The everything to go to Norway, it's always been perfectly planned, everything. So shout out to everyone, Diablo, Magnus, Soul, everyone, even you two, you know, brilliant casting. So
Appreciate it.
questionable situation sometimes, but very good casting. Very, very good casting. You guys are top tier. You should just, you should be on RLCS. Simple as that. So
We are, but...
no, like RLCS, like EUNA.
okay.
Oh, well,
We'll
appreciate
get
the
there,
compliment.
hopefully. We'll get there, hopefully. Well, it's been great talking to you, though, Stewie, and thank you for, obviously, all the work you've done this entire season from us, and, well, have a great rest of your evening. Go celebrate your victory, because it's certainly
And
a
have
deserved
fun
one.
at the LAN.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Have a good one, you two. Love from me and the rest of the team. And
Much appreciated, brother.
hopefully we see you guys soon.
Hopefully.
Hopefully we see you
Hopefully.
guys lifting a trophy real soon.
Yeah, hopefully. All right. See you later.
See you later.
Have a good one, sir.
Ooh.
And there we are. Just you and me now, Bass. And oh my, what a show, what a road towards here it has been.
What a journey. It's been fantastic. And, well, this is always the hardest part of the journey. It's time to say goodbye. Hyferia, our final cast with Major for this entire season.
It's an unfortunate one, but hopefully they stick with the team, they stick with us, and everything works out for everybody. That would be lovely. We certainly hope to be back next season, but if I remember correctly, that's quite a while away for Telealigan.
It might be some time, but the good thing is that you guys don't necessarily need to miss out on the action. Like we said, Major are going to that LAN. As far as I am aware, the LAN is going to be broadcasted in some form. Hyferia and I are not going to be the talent for it, but if you guys do want to keep up with Major, my best recommendation would be go follow us on Twitter. Go check out all the other socials besides here on Twitch. If you go look down below, just below this, we've got a Twitter, a Facebook, an Instagram, even the Discord where you can keep up to date and directly message people to figure out what's going on. So I implore you, please go keep up to date with everything that Major are doing right now. It's going to be by far the easiest way to keep track of what they're doing in the future and how this team does at that playoffs position and at the LAN. But Hyferia, other than that, I mean, I don't know what else to add, my friend.
I feel like we've given all the shout outs, all the due diligence, and all that we needed to do. And at this point, I'm kind of extending because I don't want to press that transition button and go on to the stream ending part. But unfortunately, it has come to that time. Once again, for one last time, I will thank you all so much for the support of Major, of us, of giving opportunities, every single thing, for just watching, for literally just leaving the stream on and then going to the bathroom while you have anxiety. Love you for that, and thank you so much for tuning in, and we hope to see you back next season.